Oh man. How is it every night a 30-second intro turns into a 1 minute and 15-second intro? What the heck? Wow, man. We got a mind blowing show for you tonight. And thanks everybody out there that come joined us in the health conference call. Also, shout out there to Linda Bergman. She's in the hospital right now, or just went to the hospital. Might have got a hold of some bad fast food. Anyway, guys, we're going to get right into this. Now, everybody out here that joins us nightly knows that we've been talking about the Sahara dust. Look at that face in the dust. And how we've been talking about how it's just blowing apart any kind of hurricane development. Well, now we got to check out the mainstream because now things are changing. So let's jump into this. So here's the Sahara dust that it just keeps inundating us. Let me go ahead and close this out because we're not going to need this no more tonight. And let me jump over here. I'm telling you right now, the mainstream weather people watch our show. So here they are. Sahara dust surges into the Caribbean. Here's what it means during hurricane season. Let me play this. This is insane.
We keep getting asked, what can the United States expect? And, we don't want to be misleading in any way, shape, or form. There's still a lot of uncertainties. Now, here's what we can tell you at this point. We definitely have big concerns for Puerto Rico, and then going beyond that, it looks like as we go from Saturday night into Sunday that we could see some things happening in Florida. So right now this storm has a ways to travel. It is going to go over some mountainous terrain. We do expect that we'll see more ingesting of dry air, which tends to make these systems not do anything significant in terms of strengthening.
So far, almost word for word what we've been saying for over a week.
And we also need to factor in the high pressure. Looks like it'll steer Dorian once it gets closer to the Bahamas, so that will play in. So there is a possible threat to Florida. In terms of specific details, we know that there's going to be rain. We can show you a little bit more on the timing of it. And in terms of the rainfall, we're definitely expecting a lot of 1
Buffered on me.
to 2 inch amounts. There's going to be a lot of variance between.
All right, we'll stop it right there, guys. So when they're saying you're looking at 3 to 5 inches of rain, I got to say we got to look at the maps a little bit heavier because usually what they say, it is actually the opposite. But look at a glance. A flume of dust from the Sahara Desert has surged into the Caribbean. The dust flume is forecast to reach the U.S. Gulf Coast over the weekend. We've been getting inundated with these flumes of dust for weeks and weeks. Sahara dust generally causes conditions to become unfavorable for tropical cyclone development. Now, I've been saying this for at least a month, but it's almost like they listened to the show Sunday. They listened to the 16-day forecast, and then they took everything word for word and just stole our information. But now, man, we got some problems though. And as soon as I get this to load, where to go? Oh, there it is. When we watched and documented Hurricane Florence come all the way from up here, they cloud seeded about 500 miles out ahead of it the whole way. That's how they steered it. And when I go looking on today, guess what? They're starting to spray heavy down here. We have a heavy aerosol deployment, and this is only for steering purposes. I mean, I've been documenting these enough. I know what they're doing. They're actually going to try to fabricate a hurricane in an area that a hurricane should not develop. And I'm going to show you. So what we're going to have to do, especially over the next couple days, if this aerosol campaign right here keeps on going. And I mean, they're spraying this up here too. This is the direction they want it to go. If they if this stays the same distance away from this hurricane on up, that's going to tell us right there we're going to have a hurricane. And then to make things even worse, when I come over here, I'm over here at the Climate Viewer 3D, and this is the tracks of it. And I want to zoom in right here. You know, they're talking about Puerto Rico. Well, you know what's at Puerto Rico? How about the Arecibo ionospheric heating instrument? You see this thing all the time on the James Bond movies. Now, they've done some upgrades in the middle of this thing. I didn't have time to look them up, but this thing is big as a city. You can take a look at that and compare it to some of the cities around here. It's freaking huge. So you got the Arecibo ionospheric heating right there. You have the aerosols being deployed right exactly where the path is supposed to go. And like I said, if that spraying operation stays out ahead of it, we're probably going to have a hurricane. In which I don't even know how they're going to do it unless they use all electromagnetics and ionospheric heating. You know, we got the VLF transmitter right here. We got all the digisons. And did you know that, like, up here in Wisconsin, we have these little bad boys right here. These are ELF transmitters at 76 hertz, 3,000 kilowatts. They look just like a light pole. Nobody would ever know that these are weather control. You know, they say they're for extremely low frequency radio transmitters. You know, like communicating with nuclear subs, just like the Hart facility, just like all these other ionospheric heating. You know, we got the one right here in Peru, and you got them all over. So anyway, let me show you a quick little model here, if it will load for us. And this is the GFS model, and check this out, man. It's showing a hurricane. It's like there's no way a hurricane should form. Not with the high pressure. We can see the high pressures, but check it out. Even on the modeling, this thing is showing a hurricane blasting into Florida, parts of Georgia, and then running right up the coast. And now let's go take a look at the Canadian model. So if the mainstream media says it's not going to turn into a hurricane, then it most likely is. Oh, and the only reason I say that is because of the aerosols that are being deployed. Look at this. This is the Canadian model. It looks worse. It shows it hitting southern Florida with heavy amounts of rain. It's even showing sleet, the colors of sleet, or it's showing above 24 inches of rain. I can't really, I guess I'd have to zoom in on the colors. So look at this. This is taking it right up the center of Florida. And then heavy rain for Georgia, the Carolinas. So the models have definitely changed since the 16-day forecast. And they changed like overnight. So some funny business is going on. I don't know if they're doing it to screw with me. But needless to say, there should be no hurricane. It should not get no worse than this here. That's what it should. It should actually break apart. But the models are showing it coming into a hurricane. And then we also have the earth. No, here's our dust. Let me make sure we're on now. We got dust already saturating right here. The little spin up right here is Dorian, which is just nothing right now. It's barely even spinning, but was taking up a day. Like, it's not even going to be spinning. And then we get up in here, and it's not even, it's just barely showing up. Let's go up one more day. And then, you know, it's just staying, it's like pushing the dust out ahead of it. You can see the light colored yellow, and then it's showing it going right into Florida also, or pretty close to it. But here's the crazy thing. Let me back this out. Let's check the ocean temperatures. Let me get it back on now. All the hot water is over here in the Gulf of Mexico. You got one little batch right out here. So it's actually cool water when we take the winds off. So you actually have cool waters going in the path. Let's check out the temperature anomalies. It's going right in the cold spot. Like everything is working against a hurricane forming and going right up this valve, you know, right through here with the cold water. Like it's not even making sense. And then I want to check, let's go ahead and check I want to check the rain. Well, we'll just check everything here. So here's our 3-hour precipitation forecast. I don't know how far this will go up, but let me just check it out here. So even right here, it's not that much rain. It's showing about 1 inch of rain. So I don't know if they're just playing a mind game on us, almost 2 inches of rain. You know, and I said the storm in the 16-day forecast would amount to about 2 to 6 inches of rain, which isn't even a rain that happens every day here in Missouri. But it's really odd, though. We'll look at the energy. Look, there's no energy hardly. All the energy is over here where the heat is. So, totally freaky, man. Like everything is working against cyclone development or a hurricane development. Then the mainstream tries to use our forecasting, and that's where we're at, man. So I don't even know. I don't know if they're just playing a mind game on me or what, but man, I'm gonna be watching it. And the whole thing it's gonna boil down to is this spraying operation right here. So we already know. We already know the ionospheric heaters right here. And then you got one right there in Peru, and then you got all the VLF transmitters everywhere. But this is what we're going to pay attention to the next 3 days. The spraying operation, if it just keeps going in that same path, maybe they can conjure it up with the nanoparticulates. It'll be like against all odds if a hurricane develops. I mean, I'm just flat out telling you, man, it'll be completely conjured up. They don't need, you know, low pressure. They don't matter if there's high pressure or not. If they conjure this sucker up, it's going to be all they're doing. Thanks, sir, Ryan. All right, so check this out. Airplane contrails may be creating accidental geoengineering. Ladies and gentlemen, it's never an accident. Dissipating haze from plane exhaust alters how sunlight reaches the earth and may be unintentionally affecting the climate. No, it's on purpose. High in the sky, aerosols from airplane exhaust become encased in ice and form the bright contrails seen in the plane. I guess they forgot to mention the alumini, the barium, the strontium, the nanoplastics, and polymers, and all the stuff that are actually in these trails. We can actually go and find the actual ingredients in most of them. But that's why they have the NASA flying lab. They fly behind the trails and test, and they experiment like all the time. That's why I show that NASA clip all the time. So it's this is the biggest contributor to global warming, because they're trapping heat in. You know, even if we had brutal sun rays coming in from the grand solar minimum, where the sun feels extra hot, if you didn't have these fake man-made clouds at night, it would cool off. It would cool off more. it would get rid of all that crap. But what they're doing is trapping it in, and they're like cooling the planet in one way, but trapping the heat in another way. And that explains why ice is melting. Why is the seas not rising like they say? It's just crazy. So check this out. KFC ready to test the plant-based chicken, man. We're going to get this from every side possible. The world of alternative meat just got bigger. Yuck. KFC, whose name is 1/3 meat. What? Why is their name 1/3 meat? Is joining the fray with some plant-based chicken. The chain will team up. They're going to team up with the Beyond Meat to offer customer Beyond Fried Chicken. Holy crap! It's Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's made with at Beyond Meat. It's confusing, but it's also delicious. Feast on these Kentucky Fried miracles tomorrow while they last at the Atlanta, Georgia. Don't eat this stuff. Whatever you do, don't eat it. It's only in the testing phase, and it's only going to be available at one site, a restaurant in Smyrna, Georgia, near Atlanta's SunTrust Park. They're saying that KFC Beyond Fried Chicken is so delicious our customers will find it difficult to tell that it is plant-based. I think we all heard it tastes like chicken. Well, our customers are going to be amazed and say it tastes like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, what is Kentucky Fried Chicken? It's GMO birds. It's Cornish hens, man. It's they've been modified. So you're already eating the, DNA changed chickens. Oh man, none of our food is gonna. It's all worthless. We're gonna have to go back to the caveman times where we're eating fruits and berries, but you got to shake off the chemtrails and the nanoparticulates off it. I mean, we got a listener out there right now in the hospital because she ate some fast food. All right, so this is pretty cool. Not really cool, but hey, a woman took matters into her own hands. This is coming out of Auckland. A woman builds a $30,000 wall to protect her family from the cell phone tower radiation. And guess what? Right after she built it, she built the wall all around it to guard against this spark tower. What'd they do? They just built another one. Look, it's just right across the street. So this poor lady just spent 30 grand to block the cell phone radiation. And they're just going to screw over by putting another tower in. She said she's pissed off. I'm pissed off at the institution. Yeah, see, she keeps her own meters, man. When you go outside, the meter spikes to double the height. I mean, you can buy these meters pretty cheap. I think Ron Johnson over on STFN, he sells these things for like $100. A good one, too. I keep forgetting to get one. So yeah, she's pissed off that the institution I pay rates to, that I assume was going to be protecting my health and my neighbors, didn't even look into this application. The new tower will be put up by a telco 2 degrees. This will compound the health hazards which she built her wall to protect from herself. And it's an ugly wall. She even says, man, it's an ugly wall, but it protects her. I'm trying to get where, I really don't want to play this clip, but try to see if I can find the wall. It's pretty thick, big wall. And it seconds as a basketball field. Let me copy that here. I'll post it in the description if it's not too big. It's too damn big. It's one symbol too big. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take off one of the H off the HTTPS. You'll have to add the H in the beginning, and then you'll have the link, and I'll post this down into the show links. Wonder why it's such a big ass link, man. Look at that thing. 201 characters. All right, so in the gasoline prices under the new Green Deal will reach $13 a gallon. This is such a stupid idea. You know, if you go and research into the new Green Deal, not one thing that they're talking about will affect the climate. It's all about control. I'm not going to even waste my time with these people. And then we got this, the Nanotox 2018, the 9th International Conference on Nanotoxicology. That's pretty hard to say. Updated program available. So they've been testing with these nanotox and for about 10 years that I know of, probably longer. But this is another link I need to put in. I'm not going to read this. It's something to look into, man. We are always talking about nanotechnology, and this is nanotoxicity. This is the poisoning with the, with the nano stuff. Hey, thanks out there, Doug. Yeah, definitely. It's like trying to hit a knuckleball, and believe me, them are freaking hard to hit because they're all flopping all around, going every which way. You don't know where it's going to land. And then Russia fires nuclear-capable missile from the North Pole. Now, I've seen there's a channel out there that was talking about some freaky lights that was on a web camera up here, and I'm going to say this is what it was from. Early on Saturday morning, the peace and tranquility of the Arctic, hundreds of miles from the nearest signs of human activity, was shattered. A Russian submarine punched through the ice near the North Pole and fired a Geneva-type intercontinental ballistic missile. Meanwhile, about 1,000 miles further south, yet another within the Arctic Circle, another Russian submarine launched a Beluvia, I don't know how to pronounce that type of intercontinental ballistic missile from beneath the surface of the Barents Sea. The timing and location of these tests may be intended to send a messages both internally and to the rest of the world. Well, they just had a bad explosion that, radioactive flumes is all over there. And then they just launched the Titanic boat, the nuclear Titanic boat. That's what they're calling it. So, man, who knows? This could be propaganda. But either way, they're all, doing the old fear-mongering war games. So over here in New England, 100-year floods could happen every year in New England. Disturbing prediction reveals, and I guarantee this will be the climate control. Hey, thanks out there, DJ K. Much love. Alarming new research predicts that 100-year floods are going to occur annually in New England and could happen every 1 to 30 years along the Gulf of Mexico and the southeast Atlantic coast. Researchers made a startling discovery that developing new flood maps, which took into account storm surge, sea level rise, and predicted increase in strength and occurrence of tropical storms and hurricanes to create a flood hazard possible. Well, okay here. Tropical storms are down. The strengths are down. The hurricanes are like 0. The sea level rise is nothing. They're still selling beachfront property. I call bull SHIT. All right, what else do we got here? This is pretty nuts. So the Amazon fires, Brazil just rejected like $22 million to fight the fires. What? So they just rejected $22 million to fight the fires. Well, I wonder why. Oh, I might know why. Let me click this link. Why are these pages not loaded? So look, so the same guy that just turned down $22 million just got caught. His plane had 39 kilograms of cocaine found on plane carrying Brazil's president team to the G20 conference. Man, they were getting ready to party. We just had what's this flop yesterday that had like 2.2 million in cocaine. All these super rich are running the drugs. So a Brazilian Air Force officer traveling with the president's G20 team has been arrested and caught with 39 kilograms of cocaine. So yeah, kind of like the heavy metal movie, you know, where they're the weird guys. I was going to get into this. This is really old. I wanted to go back and look at this state bill outlaws the use of fetuses in the food industry. But I didn't really get time to dig all this stuff up. I was going to dig up some of the foods that possibly use it. I know it's in the vaccines, but I wanted to see, you know, what else become of that. Oh. So let me show you something. So on the stream last night, I stream over to Facebook, the Above Ground World News page, and look what the related videos are to my video. They're like in Arabic. You know, is it because of our little thumbnail guy? I mean, look at this stuff. There is no videos in English. So my videos are being put with like Arabic videos. Look at that. That is crazy, man. What the heck? Our videos are not about whatever the hell that is. So that's the way that Facebook censors us. And you know, it's only got 242 views. When I used to do shows with Ron Johnson of Stranger Than Fiction News, we used to do a show daily over here on Facebook. We'd get millions of views. He'd wipe the page out, or the Facebook would take it down. We'd get it right back up, get 50, 60,000 views. They'd wipe it out. But I've never seen them putting us with this stuff here. I mean, that's just nuts. What the heck? You know, so I don't know if it's my little Arabian meme on the beginning of the video, or if they're just screwing with me. Boy, I'd like to have their views, though. 5 million views, 2 million views. You know, that's the views that we should be getting if they were legit. If Facebook and YouTube, if they were legit, that's the views we'd be getting. All right, so let me see. Oh, I wanted to look at the microwave imagery on this Dorian. And I don't know why it's reloaded. It should already be loaded. Had it completely loaded and running. Let me go ahead and shut that down. And, oh yeah, I gotta shut that down. Wow, it's like taking forever to load. What the heck? All right, let's go ahead and turn that one off. And I'm going to go ahead and start loading the College of DeBry page. Yeah, I do not want no lab created fetus meat. Yeah, I'm probably a Pakistan star. Yeah, Ron's got a new channel. I promoted it a while back. You know, I'm going to get Ron on the show. He does more political stuff. And, man, he's one of the reasons why I'm awake. And what's crazy is when I first started YouTube. He was the first person that reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, you got, you're doing some good stuff." And then we become friends. And I try to talk to him, once a week or once every couple of weeks. But here lately, I've just been so busy. But I will get him on the show. And yeah, it should be buffering, man. I'm all in the green here. Wow, it's just, yeah, this is buffering, but not the stream. It's all in the green. And nice crowd out there for a Taco Tuesday night. And I forgot to turn the Skype off. So, you guys want to take a call or two, or do you want to get in, just do these maps right here? I think Hodgepodge just loaded, just gave the channel out. There it is. And you notice, Ron is the one that made the, here's his channel right here. We'll post this in the chat. I mean, Ron's a good, down-to-earth guy, man. I've talked to him for hours. He does some of the best stuff on the internet, man. I think he's badass, but yeah, he's really nice to talk to. Here's his Facebook page too. Let me copy that. Let me post this in the, I mean, they take his channels down so freaking fast. It's ridiculous. Like, I was the editor over on the STFN site, and man, we'd get take down like every couple days, and then he found ways where I could start the broadcast for him, a whole different country away. So I'm going to post his stuff right now into the show links here. Actually, they'll be right above the show links. And I'll put Ron Johnson here. I think I got him here. Oh, what's going on? Oh, no. All right, I think I hopefully didn't mess it up, but the links should be in there. Here, I'm going to put Ron. All right, there we go. Yeah, he's a badass video. But you notice that we have the same, like I have the upper thing too, but he's the one that sent me for my thumbnails, man. He sent that template for me. So anyway, you guys want to take a call? I don't know if we can. We'll try it. I mean, I can't even believe I left yeah, there ain't nobody like Ron Johnson, man. He will wake a person up. He did the best videos on cell phone towers and Flacca, and I mean all his videos are deleted now. They might be over like on Patreon or something, but yeah, they just keep wiping him out, man. He's too deadly because he is really good. So now the stream is slowing down here. All right, we'll take a call. Let me make sure I got the Skype is up. I'll drop the number here. Let me close out a bunch of these tabs though, because we do not want this slowing us down. I'll leave that one up just in case we get back to it. All right, let me see if I can get the number here. All right, here's the number. I'll post it in chat. 712. And what you have to do is, if somebody already called, just kind of wait a minute. Wait, because it'll just become, it'll become a mess. Oh man, I'm having a hard time just typing the number in. Oh wait, that's not even the right number. Or yeah, it is. What the hell's my own number? Hold on, give me a minute here. I'm getting a little rusty here. I haven't read this in a while, or I haven't done it. Plus, we're waiting on the stream to catch up. The stream is sucking. So give me a second here. I gotta find my deal here. I know I got it right at the top, and for some reason everything's at the bottom. All right, here's the number, I think. Let me copy that. Let me check here. I should be able to check my number. All right, what is my number? Settings. Wow, did my number change? Wow, my number might have changed. Okay, here it is. Here, I got to retype it because that's not right. All right, so 1 7 1 2. Man, I'm slacking tonight. Oh my God, I hit enter too quick. All right, 724 536 4159. I think they changed my number. All right, I gotta wait for the. All right, do we got you? I think I. Oh man. All right, welcome in. Who we talking to? Hopefully I got you. Do we have you? I think I have a caller. Yeah, who we talking to here? You're
Hello?
Live. Yeah, you're live. Who we talking to?
Hey, what's up, Mike? This is Bamboo. Just wanted
Hey.
to say what's up.
How's it going there over in the West Coast?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear. You're coming in good.
It's going good, you know. They've been drying us out in California for a while. I don't know if it's all manipulated, but definitely drying out. And I don't know. I see in a couple months there's going to be some fires. I just feel it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
How it goes around here.
yeah, for sure. They got that high pressure blocking everything over there. That's what it is, and that's why you're not getting a whole lot of chemtrails. Because you know when they start firing the chemtrails back up, that's when to really watch for the fires to bust out.
Yeah, and you know, it's no joke though. The air quality out here is just it's really amazing to see like how bad it is. Like I see it all the time driving around the Bay Area. It's just this level of haze and you know, some of it's fog and haze, but it's just all these chems in the air, and you can just see it just sitting in the bowl of the Bay Area, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's like every day though.
Yeah, it looks like you guys, and then up in the Northeast, you know, you guys are both like, you know, what the heck's going on? It's not. Is it that big of an industrial area, or do you think it's like cloud inversion or sea mist or?
I think it's a little bit of a accumulation of everything, but I think it's also the ship track that you always mention off the coast.
Yeah, because the wind comes straight down.
Whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is, I definitely noticed like over the last couple of years, it's definitely gotten worse, and it's not something I really remember seeing too much in the past. So
yeah, well,
I don't know. It's one of the things, you know, summer's coming to an end, and it's drying out around here, but you know, our air quality is just really bad, and it's like nobody even notices it or even cares, and
it's maddening.
You know,
man.
so I kind of like lose energy trying to convince people.
I know. Tell me about it.
But
like we got to keep pushing forward.
but
You know what I mean?
I know, and then hopefully you're doing well. I know you had some health issues recently. Hopefully you're feeling better. And just wanted to give a quick call in. I know other people might want to call. Bless up to everybody in the chat. And bless up to you and your family. Thanks for doing what you do. And what was I going to say? Yeah, remember, we can argue about the little things, but we can't let it divide us.
Exactly.
And we got to, learn how to listen to people and take another opinion. Just try to listen to somebody speak another opinion and not take it so personally,
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what their whole tactic is to divide us. I mean, with everything, our race, gender, religion, color. I mean, anything they can divide us on, even like vegetarians and non-vegetarians. Any way they can divide us, they will.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for helping us out so much too, Babu.
I know they will. No problem, man. It's my pleasure. I know you do a lot of good work, and it's not easy to put on a show every night, especially the internet. It's expensive. That's by design too. They don't give us the best internet service that they could. They slow it down on purpose, and they give us very few options, and that's all about design too.
Oh yeah, they're gonna really
I'm
mess
glad to
it
help
up.
out, and
Yeah, I cut you off there.
But I'll be real quick and say bless up to you, Mike, and your family, and bless up to the chat. Talk to you guys soon. It's great getting with all these good people on this channel, and we just got to keep pushing for the truth and keep pushing for unity.
Right on, brother, and love you. Hey, I'll tell my UFO story here pretty soon too. It'll blow your mind.
Oh, that would be great, man. Maybe I could interview you sometime. I'm working on some things.
All right. Well,
I would love to hear it.
We'll do it. We'll do it. All right, brother. I'm going to try to take this other call.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Peace. All right. Do we got you on air? We got you live. Who we talking to? You might have to turn your background sound down. I got you 517.
Okay.
There you are.
Hi.
Hey.
It's Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda, what's happening?
Am I on right now?
You're on. You're live. You're live, and the whole world can hear you. Hey, thanks out there, Funky Blue.
Okay. Hey, I wondered if I could read my poem.
Yes, you can. I was gonna read it, but I was making a frame for the picture, and I haven't got the frame done yet.
Oh, for Jessica, yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna do the frame and then have
That's awesome.
and then read the poem. But you could read it better than me, so I'll let you read it. But yeah, thanks.
Okay. All right. I wrote this poem. Well, it's been several weeks now, I think. For Mike. Just inspired me with her artwork, and so I went with a poem because I'm not very artistically inclined. So, meet the famous Mike Morales. We watch him for the weather. Shocking news and storm reports, he puts it all together. The spraying operations and those nasty bunker fuels, Climate Viewer, GFS, Mike has all the tools. When he's streaming live, he puts his mods in control to welcome in the fam and play Whack-A-Troll. Ebola, measles, cocaine shrimp, and even hamburger birds, Mike delivers all the news, even if it sounds absurd. At times he gets frustrated when there's too much buffering, but he gets us through it without too much suffering. And with the truth he gives us, he is waking up the sheep. We like and share to get to those who are asleep. And when the show is over, you'd better crank it up high and jam out to our fight song before he says goodbye. Mike, each night we await the time when you do that thing you do. With grateful hearts we thank you, and thanks to Shelley too. Much love.
Right on. See, you read it way better than I would have. I love it. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll read it again and post it on my channel. So if anybody wants to look at it, they can. But I'm glad I got this opportunity. I'm glad you said to call in. That worked out perfect.
Yeah, because I got the picture and I got the wood, but I just haven't had time, to make I was going to frame it up, put glass over it, and then I was going to have that as a background, as I said, the poem. But man, like, I'm so busy, it's so hard to do anything. But yeah, that's.
Oh, I know. Well, when you get all that done, you can show that anyway, because I know everybody would love to see it.
I will. I may have to have you come on and read it again.
Okay, you let me know, and I will. I will do that. That's from my heart to yours.
All right, much love. Love it.
Much love to the fam and mods. I'm going back to chat. Thank you again, Mike.
All right, sister. Thanks. All right, we got a line open. We'll take another call or two, depending on how long the call goes. Yeah, excellent poem there. And I wanted to do it right when I got them, but then things just happen. I got it sitting right over there. I got the frame downstairs, or the picture downstairs, because that's what I was measuring for the wood. But yeah, man, that kicked ass. That's worth a cuss word. So does anybody else want to come in here? Hey, post your link. Just click on her name right there. Click Rhonda Long right there with the wrench, and that should take you to the poem. So hey guys, anybody else want to call? I know there was a couple calls I missed there. How about Radical Ralph? Why don't you call in, brother? All my plants are dying, dude. Even the good stuff is dying. It's got the same disease that my apple trees are dying. I got one good pumpkin and one good melon, or a couple. I might have 3 good pumpkins. All right, I guess nobody wants to call in. Everybody's too scared. I know this isn't, we don't do a lot of. Oh, there we go. We got somebody. I almost closed it down. All right, I think we got you live. Who we talking to?
Hey, Mike. Bob here.
Hey, Bob. Bob, what's happening?
Hey, not much, man. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Good. Well, thanks for taking the call. But I've been having a problem with my tree. I've got a 100-year-old white cedar tree, and I just wanted to let people know that there's with all the aluminum that's in the soil. I had a guy from Michigan State come out here. It was a tree doctor kind of guy, and he looked the tree over and he said, "Yep, been seeing it happen a lot, Bob." He said, "First thing we got to do is trim all the dead stuff off from it." And then I went around the whole base of the tree in the ground and prodded the ground with a prod rod, about a 1/2 inch diameter or 3/4 inch diameter or something like that, and went all around it, and then put a watering hose on it for 3 or 4 days, and then added some fertilizer. But I just wanted to let people know, I don't know if people have noticed how much the pine trees are taking a hit from all this fallout in the atmosphere. But he also told me, he said the problem is with the root. He says it gets so much aluminum in the root that it cannot uptake water anymore. So I just thought I'd let people know.
Hey, let me ask you this. Does it have the little spots on the leaves, like the little reddish rust looking spots?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it had
yeah, when I dug into that, it was saying that the cedar trees can do that to the apple trees. But it's all the trees. It's my oak trees, it's the white oaks. It's the only ones it's not really getting are the walnut trees. But all my plants in my garden are getting them little dots. It's from the dripping of the trails.
Yeah, roger that, Mike. I noticed that just yesterday when we were clearing some side lot for a homeowner, and I noticed on some of her plants they all had like these little holes in them all over. Now I've seen that before, and also I've seen a buddy of mine runs a grow operation, an outdoor grow operation, in a 24 by 30 cage, and he has the same problem on some of those plants. But I'm not sure what that's all about. But what I had on my tree, and I don't see it much anymore, are these oh, he said it was a fungus. It was like these orange, like little, they almost look like flowering type of things or some kind of bud, some orange thing that grows on the tree. And he said, yeah, that's fungus on there. He says that it's a blooming fungus or something. So
Wow.
I treated a tree like 4 years ago. It came back, but now it's starting to be affected again. Last year we potted the ground again. I put another bag of fertilizer on it, but this is a beautiful tree. It's probably only about 55, 60 foot tall, but the guy said it was over 100 years old.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, Bob, thanks
So I
for,
don't know what to say about your garden. That's not good news.
yeah, I'm going to build a
I
greenhouse.
don't know that much about growing gardens, Mike, so I can't help you out on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a greenhouse this winter, so I'll have everything inside. Hopefully the greenhouse, and then none of that crap can get to it. But we'll see. Anyway, I think we got one more person on this call, and I don't know how to do anything.
Okay.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, hey, it's Radical.
How you doing,
Ralph.
Mike?
We know that voice anywhere. Well, hey, Bob, thanks for. Was there anything else you got there, Bob?
Okay, over and out, Mike.
All right, brother, be safe out there.
No, I'm going to sign off, brother. Over and out. Hey, Ralph. Go get him, Ralph. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
All right.
Hey, Ralphie.
How you
what's
doing,
up?
Mike?
Hey, I'm doing okay. What's up, brother?
Yeah. You can't send me. You can't send me no short video, even if it's only to my email.
Oh yeah. In fact, I got them on my phone. I just have. I'm gonna email them to you.
You get a farm place around here. You can get like a good sized bag for about $10 of Epsom salt.
Okay.
And what you do is, if the plants are in this stressed out, they got yellow to the leaves also.
Yeah. Like the water leaves are really bad. Yeah.
So what you want to do is take a teaspoon on a good sized plant, not a little plant, but yours should be almost going in a harvest. And you want to sprinkle that around the ground right before a rainstorm. If you're not going to get any rain, try putting about heaping tablespoons to a gallon of water and give them all a little drink and see what happens.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, because they're all looking pretty bad now.
Magnesium sulfate. Another thing you might want to think about doing, and I know this sounds gross, but Doug and Stacy are right up there, is if you got a container there and you got a pee all the time, save that too, because that's got a lot of minerals in it, and it sounds like you got almost a mineral deficiency.
Yeah,
And what you do is you mix a quart of PP.
I was also kind of wondering if I put too much of the chicken poop in there in the dirt. When I mixed it all up, I might have made it like too hot of dirt.
Yeah, but if the plants already started growing in that and you didn't do more, you didn't add more, I wouldn't add no more. I would go with them. Yeah, I wouldn't add no more. I would just, what you do now is try to revive them.
Okay.
And that'll help. The way I understand, magnesium sulfate will also help in the roots to be able to process the food a little bit better. And that's what I do here after I watch Doug and Stacy. And you get a quart of PP and you mix it with, well, depending on how big your plants are, your plants are going into harvest, you can list almost 2 quarts to 2 quarts of water and sparsely, I wouldn't drown them, but sparsely water the plants. You don't want to try to get that on the leaves, but that's another good thing. And if you're dealing with that much chicken poop, try the magnesium sulfate. And if it don't work, but just you understand, you just sprinkle it around right before a rain. And if you're not going to, try about 3 heaping tablespoons to a good gallon of water, and just give them like maybe a quarter of a cup, a third of a cup of water on each plant gently, not right on the plant, but just a little off on the root, and hopefully that'll clear it out. That's what I've been doing, and I hope it goes well for you.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'll try to email you them pictures tomorrow. So I do got them on my phone. Yeah, I've been trying to. Man, I get so busy. It's like, it's amazing what I do every day anyway.
I know it is. I mean, I'm absolutely not trying to put any more, but you got your food there, and I understand about priorities. Even the way I live here, man. I mean, I'm losing all my garlic out there because I'm working on the buggy, and I got to get out there. That's a priority. I got to put the buggy aside, and I got to go out there and get this garlic out of the ground. And it's not very good garlic. It's not. It doesn't have. I had a bad year, but it's going to stop rotting on me. I had to pull all my onions. So I don't know what your partner's doing, but just a little bit of magnesium sulfate. And if it don't work and it kills your plants, don't be mad at me. But that's the way I would go right now, because you got enough, way more good fertilizer in that ground.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sort of like. It's sort of like it opens up the air intake in your car, like putting on a cold air intake. It allows that air to come in there, and the fuel and the food to come in there a little bit better and get into the plant. Where all that weather you've been having, you're just lucky you got anything hanging on.
Oh man, the
grass.
Check
that out, and I appreciate.
Yeah, the grass is like 20 feet
I
tall.
appreciate your show. I know we could. What's that?
I said the grass on the side of the roads is like 20 feet tall now from all the rain. It's like a jungle.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I really can't even imagine what the hell you're going through. I mean, that time you had Face It Fearless many, many months ago, and she was standing up on that bridge. I started following her and watching when she went live, and I was just astounded. And what I'm even more astounded about, I could be here all night long about being astounded, but you're friends with Dabu. You seen his report the other day. The USDA had their lives straightened up in Iowa. I mean, these people are lying through their teeth about all this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
One thing did you know you were talking, I sent you an email once. I don't know if you ever got it, but you were like trying to find out where the farmers were. You should have been on that show that morning. We went live, and I had hair across my fanny, and I started out with the Red Cross, and I said, no, I started out with the governor's office, your governor's office, and I says, I'm trying to find out how many people in the state of Missouri are homeless right now, how many are displaced. Well, we don't know. And my whole chat room was exploding. Are you kidding me? And so, no, we don't know how many. So she mentioned Catholic Charities. Then I went to Catholic Charities. Then I went to the Red Cross. The Red Cross is like, why are you calling me? I said, because the governor don't know. And I'm trying to find out this number. No, we don't know. We don't know. So I called FEMA, and then that chick, Chris, I think her name was, she wrote me one that said there was 1,600 displaced people in the whole state of Missouri. I said, that don't seem right, but I don't in Missouri. So I sent it to you and Face It Fearless. And I guess you just got so busy. But Face It Fearless used the BS word. She used the BS word when she read that. She was like, this is BS. And so that was FEMA. So FEMA seems to be undercutting it.
Well, yeah.
And all this farmland is very important.
Yeah, I do remember that, and I think I went over that at a show, and then I seen that Face It Fearless was she talked to the FEMA people, but as soon as they talked about, she mentioned the weather modification and just kind of shrugged it off, like, you know, I got kind of mad about that. I'm like, what the heck? And no really hard questions were asked.
Yeah.
Well, all right,
Right,
Ralph,
and I'm not here to promote her. I'm just.
Oh no, it's okay. No, she still does, you know, what she's got to do, and that's good. But yeah, just that part of it was kind of frustrating to me. But hey, Ralph, I got one more guy on here.
Oh, all right, I'll see you, Mike.
All right, brother.
Thank you for listening.
I'll send you an email, brother.
We'll see you. Take good care, brother.
All right, who else we got here on the line? Who we got, Brian?
Hey, Mike, it's ChazDog35.
Hey, what's up? What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
Hey, man, I just got a question for you.
Sure.
I got an indoor garden I started growing, and man, I got just inundated with these spider mites. I mean, I went out and I bought this mighty stuff. It was like $16 for a little pint bottle, and I've been spraying the plants with it. But I mean, these things just keep coming back. I mean, by hordes of things. And I mean, it just destroyed pretty much all these plants I had indoors. And I'm just like wondering maybe if this stuff is getting dumped into the chemtrails.
What state are you in?
Oh, California.
See what
the Antelope Valley.
I'm not sure
what. Out by Palmdale.
Yeah, I'm not sure what spider mites are, but the front of my house did have millions of spiders on it. Like I had to power wash the metal. It was so bad. It looked like, I don't even know how to explain it, but there was billions and millions of spiders. I mean, we're inundated with spiders right now. It's ridiculous. No matter where you walk, I don't know if they blew over from another country. I don't even know what the hell kind of spiders they are. I may have to take some pictures. But yeah, I don't know if that's the same problem you're having, but yeah. We got that. It's everywhere. It's crazy. What's weird? It's only on the north side of my house.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though. And I was just wondering maybe it had something to do with what they were spraying in the air. Maybe they have some, that they're spraying some kind of insect larva or something. You know, because this is just insane, crazy. They're like little teeny tiny spiders that do these webs on your plants. And I mean, they're covered with the plant, and this is inside too. I could see maybe if I had them outside, and then somebody says to me, hey, maybe, like somebody brought them in your house, but nobody comes in my apartment but me, so it's like, I don't understand where these things should be coming from. And I changed out the filters in my air conditioning thinking maybe that, something got screwed up in there, and they're just all over the place. It's almost like they're destroying all the food that I've planted, and you just keep planting and it keeps getting destroyed. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Just
thought, food for thought. Yeah. Maybe they're dumping something in the air to try to kill all the plants.
Man, they could be, and I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Ralph out there in chat says, tell the caller to buy ladybugs on Amazon for $13. I don't know if that's like the real ladybugs or what that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man. It's kind of hard to have ladybugs in my bedroom.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
It may be a product. I don't know. I don't know what he's not defining what the ladybugs is.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out though. But yeah, I just thought I just had to touch base with you on that. And I just want to thank you again for everything you're doing out there, man. And if I hit the lottery, we're gonna hit you up with a good sum on there on your PayPal.
Hey, that would kick ass. All right, brother. We're gonna go ahead and call this a show.
All right, Mike.
Hey, thanks for calling. Call in next time we do it.
All right, I'll see you later, man.
All right, have a good one. Be safe out there.
Good night. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and call this a show. I want to thank all the callers out there. Thank Thanks to everybody that shares this information out. If you missed that conference call, there's a playback number in the description you should be able to get to. Anyway, crank it up. We're going to rock out on the way out. I'll come jump on D Live, and I'll give out the treasure chest and all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, much love out there. Be safe. Eyes to the sky, no fear. Armor up, man. We got to armor up. We got to mount up. Anyway, guys, much love. Here we go. Let's see if this thing will work.